Dostlar merhaba, konuğum Antonio Stango. Profesör, siyaset bilimci, yanı sıra İtalyan İnsan Hakları Federasyonu Başkanı. İstanbul'da kendisiyle kısa bir röportaj yapacağız. Niçin İstanbul'da olduğunu sorarak söyleşiye başlayacağız.
So I came to Istanbul to follow a trial that is very interesting for me because apparently there are some political bias, and so it's a trial against many defendants. Most of them are very young girls. And it is interesting for me to see how the trial takes place, with which guarantees for the defense and so on.
Peki duruşmada dikkatinizi çeken herhangi bir şey oldu mu?
First of all, I have the impression that most of the trial is constructed on a presumption. That the fact that so many girls meet can constitute a crime. What is, from a juridical point of view, is, in my opinion, not consistent. Because we very well know that to have a crime, first of all, it should be some victim. Then the crime should be well defined by the law. And then the crime has to be committed with evidence. And I didn't see all this, so I saw, and also I read many materials about this trial. I saw that there are several, especially girls, anyway young persons, that use simply to meet and to do what normally youth do.
Evet. Mahkeme başkanının sormuş olduğu soruları nasıl değerlendiriyorsunuz?
My impression is that many questions were about the normal activities that people do. So I didn't see, I didn't hear any specific question that can be effectively related to a crime. If the crime taken into consideration as a hypothesis is belonging to an armed terrorist group, but I didn't see in the debate anything concretely related to such an hypothesis. And also, I have to say that, again, my feeling was that in some moment the president acted in a way that could have intimidated, especially some very young defendant.
Kız çocuklarının sorulan sorulara karşı vermiş olduğu cevap, tutum, davranış, onu nasıl değerlendiriyorsunuz?
My perception is that the girls especially answered in an open way, although in some moments, as I said, they were a little intimidated. We can understand. A very young girl is in a criminal trial in front of judges and so on, but still they answered in an open way, because apparently they had nothing to keep secret. They just met each other for normal activities. They find an accommodation together with other students in order to attend the university, for instance. So I think they answered in a very clean way.
İstanbul'a gelme gerekçesi kız çocukları davası için miydi sadece, yoksa başka sebepler de var mıydı?
I was in Istanbul several times in the past and also in other regions of Turkey. In this specific case, I was very interested in this trial. Also, I must say that I am following what happens in Turkey also at the level of European Court of Human Rights. And so for me it's interesting to have an insight on how the justice system in Turkey works. Because we are together with Turkey in several international institutions. Council of Europe, the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, even NATO. So we are not only neighbors, but we are members of some same organization. That's why it's very interesting for me from Italy to understand how justice works in Turkey.
Peki Avrupa İnsan Hakları Mahkemesi'nin vermiş olduğu kararlara Türkiye'nin riayet etmeyişi Avrupa'da nasıl bir yankı oluşturuyor?
According to the statistics, Turkey is quite often sentenced against by the European Court of Human Rights. So we know that that is a judgment that takes time, and people can approach the European Court only after that all the degrees of judgment have been completed in the national judiciary system. And so when finally a sentence comes, in this case against Turkey from the European Court, Turkey should obey to the sentence, but usually doesn't do. There is a mechanism that would theoretically force Turkey to implement the sentences, and it is the Committee of Ministers of the Council of Europe. And again, this is quite difficult to use such a mechanism. So the hope is that Turkey will simply, as a member of the Council of Europe, to adhere to the sentences of the court. It is nothing bad. You are member of an organization, you are party of the European Court, you should just implement the sentences.
Avrupa İnsan Hakları Mahkemesi'nin vermiş olduğu bazı kararlar var. Selahattin Demirtaş, Osman Kavala, Yalçın Kaya. Bu kararlara uyulmaması nasıl bir durum oluşturuyor Avrupa'da sizin nazarınızda?
Of course, Turkey will have, as a state, a much better reputation in Europe when Turkey will respect the sentences of the European Court. This is the point. Because I also was in Strasbourg. I monitored some trial at the European Court of Human Rights, and there are all the guarantees, even for Turkey as a state, to present its position, to say what is its position on any case presented at the court. So when this international group of judges from many countries, very high-level personality, juridical personalities, give a sentence, Turkey should just respect it. It is very honorable to respect the sentence of the European Court.
Mr. Stango'ya çok teşekkür ediyorum. Umuyor ve temenni ediyorum ki sadece Türkiye'de değil, dünyada adalet tahakkuk eder, annelerin babaların yüzü güler, acı diner, gözyaşı diner, insanlar huzur içinde hayatını idame ettirir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I hope so.
Thank you.